Y'all ready to have some fun? We're about to make our own fishing lures with what's inside this box. This box was sent to me by Saltgator, and it's a very shiny, pretty box, so I can only imagine the delights that await us inside. I have never opened it. I have no idea what to expect. Damn, that looks futuristic. What this is actually an injection molding system, which is going to allow us to add our material that we're going to turn into fishing lures. And it can work with a whole bunch of different types of material, which we might do some experimenting with. Saltgator sent me these, which is a PVC solvent, and it is recommended for worm lures, paddle tail lures, grub baits, and shrimp baits. This looks like our power source. Then we have some molds. What the heck kind of mold is that? Very interesting. We have another mold in here. Oh, that looks like your classic grub worm. Be good for some bass fishing. Some Florida peacock bass, and we have a third, a little curly tail worm. So these two are definitely more bass fishing lures, and I have no idea what this is. I want to make this, whatever it is, I want to make it. And that just leaves us with the base and the actual mold injection part. Guessing that goes on there like that, and then a couple of clamps for our molds. Smart me would read the instructions, but this looks like the most straightforward injection molding kit that I've ever seen in my life. Goodbye, box. Step one would be to remove the plunger. You twist it and we just pull it out. The next thing, you want to make sure that your extraction hole is closed, or else when you add the material it'll just fall out the bottom. So to close it, you just twist it to the left. It's closed. Now we will add our injection filling. You can add color, glitter, all sorts of things to make it your own, but for now I'm just going to do straight white. We will sit that into the base and pour this in. I read you never want to fill it up more than 2/3, so I'm thinking we'll fill it to like right here. Let's see how precise we are and if we'll spill anything. Whoopsie daisy, that is about 2/3 full. Right about there. That was easy. Let's hook up the power to the back. We have to reinsert the plunger. She is set up and ready to go. Plugged in. Now there's a little power button. So our target temperature, let's set our target temperature to 175. And then we're gonna push this start button. Oh, and it's making some noise. And we can see the temperature is now rising. The reason we set that to 175 is because this PVC solvent says that the melting point is between 160 to 180. So I figured 175 is good. While that is heating up, let's get our molds ready. So we're gonna wanna make sure they're nice and tight. I have these big clips that should work fantastically. And I am not 100% sure what this is. Could it be a squid skirt? That would be amazing. We have 3 different molds set up and ready to go. As soon as the solution is heated up, we will remove the extruder off of the base, and then we can squeeze it into each mold. Will this be successful on try number 1? Stay tuned to find out. If anybody watching this has a 3D printer and can make some custom molds, do send me some. I will print it on this thing. I will make the bait and I will fish it. My PO box is in the video description if you want to send me a mold. This whole package is currently on Kickstarter, and if you want to order one for a few more days, it's available for $249. That is the Kickstarter special. Otherwise, I believe it goes up to $399 in a few days. It looks like we've reached temperature. We can see that the liquid is now clear. We should be good to pour it in. If something's gonna go wrong, I think this is where it's gonna happen. And if you've ever melted plastic before, it's the worst smell in the world and is the reason that I haven't tried making lures, because I tried it one time and I almost threw up. It's the worst experience ever. But there's Zero smell right now. To open the extruder, we just twist it to the right. Oh, some stuff came out. Give it a little squeeze. It's coming out nicely. Now let's fill our mold up. We just stick it in there and give it a fat squeeze. How much fits in this thing? Did I just fit that? I fit that entire thing in one mold. And this is why you read the instructions. I messed up. So I just tried to squeeze this in there and I was wondering why it wasn't filling up all the way. Before you squeeze this little round thing, you gotta twist it like that and lock it. This now doesn't allow air to escape. So what happened is I pushed the plunger and all that happened was the material went around the plunger into the top. But now that I twisted it shut, it creates an airtight seal. So now when I squeeze it, it'll all come out the bottom. So my bad. I just reheated it. Let's try it again in a different mold. It's flowing. Here we go. Oops, that was a lot. I think I just put too much in that mold. Oh, I squeezed way too much in there. You can see we had a bit of an overflow, and I think that is because I was using clamps and not these tight grips that I was supposed to use. How am I doing everything wrong? But when I squeezed that material in there, these clamps weren't tight enough and the material just shot right out the sides. Might still turn out all right though. Let's fill this bad boy up because I refuse to not have the perfect fishing lure. Okay, while our next batch heats up, let's see what kind of monster we have created in here. Okay, clearly I poured way too much. It just came pouring out. We'll just call this first batch a trial and error. And let's open our mold up. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. It actually didn't come out too shabby, eh? Hold on. Obviously there's too much material, but I think we can save it. All right, I would say for the first mold ever, it's not terrible. I think we're gonna have much more success round 2 here. I'm curious what happened in this mold because I don't think I poured enough plastic in here. Let's see. Oh, hey, I guess some plastic did get poured in there. It is a squid rig. It's even got the tentacles. What? Oh, we have to try this. 2 potentially working lures out of this already. This time, I'm gonna be a little bit quicker on my feet. The top part I have closed this time, so there should be no air leaks. Ready, set, hold on. Chickens, wish me luck. Oh, they ran away. My chickens. I don't need my chickens' luck. I just need these fast hands. Take it off. Oh! Came squirting out already. Move ahead, let's fill it up. Okay, first one's full. Next one, I think that's full. And then final one I have on this clamp here. Now I'm a speed demon. And I didn't make a mess that time either. Pretty sure that's how it's supposed to look. Fill to the top, fill to the top. We know they're full. We'll give them 3 to 5 minutes to cool down and we'll open them up. I haven't been sure what hooks to use with my new lure. This one's a little too small. This one looks too big. This one's not really a lure hook. Or maybe just a straight J hook. Something like that. Maybe something like that. Before we decide on a hook, let's see how these other molds did. So this one I used the clamps. Maybe 4 clamps did the trick. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Hey, okay. Pinch off the end piece. We got ourselves a little grubbly worm. I can't wait to add some color and some glitter. We can also experiment with different materials and we can experiment with different molds. I heard that metal molds are the best, but these 3D printed molds seem to work just fine. Let's see how that squid turned out. Oh, this squid turned out much better than the first one. Pinch it off at the top. This squid actually has the top of the squid intact. You can see this one has much more detail than the first one we did right here. Second try, and I'm already 2 times better than the first time. And our little wriggly worm, A-okay. That's looking so much better than the first run. It's all uphill from here, boys. Clean this stuff off the tail. Oh, wow. Smoking hot. I believe I have decided that I want to use this slightly bigger hook. It's honestly way too big, but I just think we're gonna have the best results with it. So let's shove it through. Yeah, I might have screwed up. Let's see, I might be able to make it work though. Like I said, this hook is too big, but it sits in there perfectly. This might actually work pretty well. The other one, I will just do a straight J hook. That way we'll have 2 different options while we're out there fishing. Whoo! 2 homemade baits. Now let's go try to catch a fish on them. If you're enjoying this episode, hit that like button, because if we hit 1,000 likes, I will make all sorts of crazy lures. We'll take these offshore, we'll troll for mahi and tuna. Maybe we can come up with some real fun, creative things. If you got any ideas, leave a comment. And we're hooked up. I got 10-pound mono line going to just the straight J hook, no weight, on our brand new, what do you call these things? Little wiggly worms? Something tails? Curly tails? And we're on a paddleboard here, about to kick off into some mangroves, and we're gonna go deep. I'm gonna paddle for like 2 or 3 miles, and we'll see if something nibbles on our worm. Before we set out on this journey, let's make sure our lure even swims right. Looks like it's swimming pretty decent. Oh, slow and steady retrieval. The tail goes buck wild. Now we're talking. Let's give it a real cast. Oh, oh, that fish tried to eat it. I deliberately pulled it away from that fish because it's a toothy barracuda and I didn't want him to bite my jig off. Uh-oh, car crash. Car crash. There's a sea turtle. Oh! Something just wiped at it. Holy, that was a good hit. Oh, it just barely missed it. Well, the lure works, that's for sure. Oh God, another car crash. Whoa. Oh, that was a good hit. Did y'all see that? Oh, that was a solid little splash. Felt like a good fish. Oh, it almost cut the tail off. I need to make myself a whole bag of these. One clearly isn't gonna be enough. Definitely about to hook up. Ugh, car crash. That's becoming a common theme, huh? Oh, I'm on, fish on. Look at the teeth on that fish. Do not want to get your fingers in there. Be free, buddy. All right, he swam off. Oh, we're on. We're on. Oh, got off. Oh, we're on. That was a good hit. Oh, yeah. Oh, he spit the hook. Oh, yeah. Oh, tarpon on, fish on. Good hit. Oh, oh, oh. He loved it. Oh no, he broke me off. How did he break me off so easily? Oh man. That was a beautiful tarpon that we just hooked and jumped. And I only have 10-pound mono line on here. Tarpon have very, not sharp, but they have very rough mouths, and they'll easily just snap 10-pound. I forgot my second worm. I forgot to pack this second worm, and I'm like 3 miles from home. If y'all been following this channel for long enough, you know that I have a hard time getting fish to bite in the mangroves. So getting multiple hits and jumping that beautiful tarpon, that's a good sign. I wish I had more. I'm gonna make more, and we're gonna catch more. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I put out a new fishing episode every Monday and Thursday, and we live stream on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh yeah, baby. If you want to get into injection molding, this is the easiest, cleanest, and probably the most fun way to get started. Right out of the box, you can be making your own fishing lures, customizing them any way you want. I think we're gonna get a little creative. We're gonna try all sorts of things with this bad boy in some upcoming episodes. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you wanna get yourself a really, really good deal on this, the link's gonna be in the video description below. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.